Okay, so welcome to Pilates. We're going to start lying down today. Just lie down and concentrate on your breath. We've got a whole hour of relaxing and moving, bringing in a little bit of control and centering along the way. But just for a moment, I'd like you to notice that breath and just allow yourself to soften onto your mat. And maybe travel your breath from the crown of your head right down to the tips of your toes. Remember, part of our principles in Pilates, concentration. So I'd like you to leave all those lists and to-dos outside the door. And direct your breath now to your ribs. So as you inhale, expanding the ribs like gates. And as you exhale, just feel the belly button drop slightly back towards the spine. Just calming the body. Let's float the arms up towards the ceiling with the palms facing. And then allow the right shoulder blade to drop down to the floor. Reach up to the ceiling and then the left. Let's start to be aware of our posture. So just keep alternating, retracting and protracting your shoulders. And be aware of your neck alignment, your neutral spine and your pelvis. There isn't any rush. Let's move with flow, move with our breath. Let's retract both shoulders now. And then take the arms back, point the toes and have a big stretch. And then exhale, hug the right leg into the chest, but bend the left leg as well. And just gently bring that right leg in towards your chest. Hold on to the back of the right leg and gaze at your foot. Now I'd like you to scrunch up your toes and hold for a count of 5 in your head. And now open the toes and stretch them all away from each other. And again, scrunch everything up. Try to get those toes moving. Hold there for 5. So good for you. And then open them all out. Your feet are your foundations. And let's just rotate them around now. And then back the other way. Lower that leg down to the floor. And then hold on to the back of the other leg, gently pulling it towards you. Gaze at your foot again. Scrunch up the toes on this side, hold for 5. And then release and open and spread the toes. Try to create space. And again, scrunch up the toes. And then create space just once more. Nice thing to do at home. Scrunch them up. And open. Great work. Let's hug both knees into the chest now, just to release that back. Feel that gentle stretch. Gently cupping onto the knees with your hands. Take the right knee away from you so your arm straightens. And then switch with the left. So here we're loosening off our hips. We're also stretching our spines gently, but also noticing our shoulder blades. So just a gentle, mindful movement. This is our warm-up, remember? It's not supposed to be taxing. You should be cupping your knees gently. And then bring those knees together and do mini circles, just to massage that sacroiliac area. So during your warm-up, it's a lovely time to notice your body. and set your intention for your class. And back the other way. So do remember to modify and adapt as is appropriate for your body. You can unmute yourself at any time to get my attention. Great work. Let's lower the feet down to the floor. Come into a nice hip stretch. So cross one leg over the opposite knee. You might be happy there, or you might like to extend by holding on to the back of the thigh. Being aware of your neck alignment here, please. And then change legs. Great work. Really softening through the piriformis, that's the hip. Helping to guard against sciatica. Great work. So today I thought it might be nice to work with 2 exercises and repeat this flow of 2 exercises 3 times before stretching and then moving on to another set of 2 exercises. That's the format of today. So we're going to work with control. So we're going to start off bringing our legs to tabletop. Remember, you can always work with the one leg at tabletop. So here I am, just checking I've got my neutral spine and my level pelvis. Good work. Float up with the arms, drop the shoulders, just the left leg for 4. Lengthen and stretch away, just the left side. Remember, it's fine to work with the right leg on the floor. You just do your 4 on one side and then you change. So we're only working on that one side of the body. Your powerhouse stays exactly the same. When you've done your 4, switch sides. It's nice to point your toe, lengthen through the fingers, retract the shoulders. Precision, centered control. Great work, and hug those knees into the chest. Good work. We're going to join that up with the dead bugs. So this time we're going to alternate. So we're going to take the legs back out. Remember, your other option is sliding. This is a mixed ability class. You can slide the legs, still being very aware of that control in your powerhouse, keeping the powerhouse controlled. So exactly the same. We can bring the legs up over the chest. Let's do that this round. Start from there. So your back is flat at the moment. Arms up towards the ceiling again. Drop the shoulders. Opposite arm, opposite leg away. 8, please. Good. Remember, we have got 3 rounds of this, so we've got plenty of time to make this super hard if that's what you want to do. Remember, your leg is heavy, so if you find when you stretch your legs, your spine comes out of alignment, you can stretch it up to the ceiling. Well done. When you've finished, hug your knees into the chest and rock from side to side. Okay, we're ready again. Legs to tabletop, arms up. Just one side of your body for 4, please. Just 4 breaths. Take the leg back to tabletop, please. Slow your movement down to make it tougher. Other side. When you've finished, release, hugging the knees in. Dead bugs. This time you might like to start and finish with the legs in tabletop. You can slide or you can work with the legs over the chest as we did on the last round. It's your body, it's your choice. Please maintain absolute control. We're just doing 8. Well done. Belly button draws back towards the spine for that control. Engage in your pelvic floor as well if you feel you need to have more control. Good work. Really starting to feel that. Hug the knees in. Oh, great. Feels good, doesn't it? So now we can go on the final round. So for this final round, when you come to the dead bugs, if you want to make them even tougher, I'll show you now so you can look at the screen if you'd like to. You can work this way. Not for everyone, okay? You don't have to do that. It's really up to you. Okay, you can do the same thing with a single side if you want to. So here we go. Single side for 4. Or you lengthen. Other side, when you've done your 4, please work with your body. Oh, well done. So dead bugs, you can work sliding the legs over the chest, the legs in tabletop, or the legs straight. So it's your choice. Well done. Coordination here. Very nice. Very good, John. Very nice. It's nice. Excellent. You're all looking good. And when you've finished, let's have a full body stretch. Really lengthen. Let's take the arms out shoulder height with the palms facing the ceiling. You can relax your lower body for a moment. You can have the legs bent or you can just leave the legs lengthened away, just relaxed. Exhale, give yourself a hug and a squeeze with your arms. Inhale, open and stretch. Exhale, hug and squeeze. Change the wrap of the arms the other way round. Inhale, open and stretch. So we're just having a little bit of a release here. Just bring in softness to the rest of the body. Next time you give yourself a hug and a squeeze. Really squeeze and hug yourself. And then undo your arms so that your hands stay on your elbows and the elbows are pointing up to the ceiling. We're just going to work on opening through the shoulders now. Drop the shoulders back down to the floor. Let the shoulders be down in their pockets. And as you exhale, take your arms over to the left, maybe gazing over towards the right to open up the right shoulder. And then inhale back to center. So maybe 3 more on this side, just noticing that nice stretch and opening. Really releasing tension. And then change to the other side. Now change the length of your hands. You can allow your arms to drop down towards your belly. And now with softness in your whole body, you can just inhale and exhale and circle those arms right around. Just really loosening off through the back of the shoulders. Just breathe softness into the back of your body. And then change direction with those arms. Well done. So now we can leave the arms out shoulder height with the palms facing the ceiling, being anchored down with our shoulders with our nice long necks. We're going to think about working our obliques. Now we've all did this exercise before. We're going to bring our legs up over the chest first of all, squeezing the knees together. If you're wanting a little bit more control throughout this exercise, you could pop something between your knees. And you can squeeze that to bring more control by engaging the adductors and hence the pelvic floor, which is connected. So that is an option for you when things get a bit tougher. So now we can exhale, take our legs halfway over to the left, stay down with that right shoulder. Inhale, bring the legs back to center, and then exhale to the other side. So let's do 8 of these, please. If it's not for you, you can leave your legs on the floor, of course. Well done. The legs are over the chest at the moment. Good work. I see some people have taken the option with the cushion. Very nice. Good. When you've finished, come back to center, and we're going to take those legs into tabletop. We're going to leave the arms out shoulder height. Okay, so if you'd like to, take the legs to tabletop. Now, give yourself a hug and a squeeze with your arms, and then open them back out again. Change the wrap of the arms the other way. So 8 breaths like this, please, opening and closing your arms while your legs are in tabletop. If it gets too much, you can bring the knees into the chest, release, and then take them back out to tabletop when you're ready to get the control back. Or you can just work with the legs up over the chest or the legs on the floor if you prefer. And when you've done your 8, hug your knees back in again. So as I said, we're doing 3 sets of our 2 exercises. So we can start to think about making it tougher if you want to. So if you want to make that a bit tougher, taking the legs side to side, we could straighten the legs a bit more because straighter legs are heavier. You don't have to. So now, as you exhale, taking the legs over halfway, inhale to center. Don't forget to maintain all those principles. This one, you're really working with control. And when you've finished your 8, you can hug your knees in just to have a release. Okay, so we're taking our legs back out to tabletop, and you can open and close your chest arms if you wish. Now, if you want to make it even tougher, you could add in a 1-leg stretch. So just look at the screen for a moment. Remember, you've got the option to slide if you want to. You can take your 1-leg stretch this round from over the chest. So here I go. Not as easy as it looks. I'm working with coordination. Okay, so take the legs over the chest. It's very good for your mind, coordination. You can't really think about anything else, can you? So off we go. 1 leg stretch with the open and closing of your arms. maintaining your neutral spine and your level pelvis. Well done. Really lengthen those legs away. You can slide if it's better for you, that's fine. Good. Excellent. Don't forget to really straighten that leg. Good. Well done, Sue. That's lovely. Excellent. Nice, Andrea. That's it. When you've done your 8, you can release and we'll get ready for our final round. That's nice, Naomi. Good. Okay, so for this final round, if you want to make it even tougher, you don't have to. We're going side to side with our legs. I'm going to take my hands behind my head and anchor down with my elbows and my shoulders. I might be working with straight legs or bent legs, up to you. You might have your arms out shoulder height as we did in the first round. Whatever you're doing, you're anchoring down with your shoulder blades. Off you go. This is the final round. So you're doing what's right for you. And when you've finished, the knees come into the chest again to stretch the spine. And we're going to go back to opening and closing our arms. You've got the option of changing a one leg stretch into a double leg stretch. Okay, so you're right, Peter, yeah? So now if you'd like to, you could stretch both legs away as you open and close your arms. It's up to you, or go back to your one leg option. Off you go. 8 breaths, please. Well done. Working those six-pack muscles, but also opening the chest and the shoulders. Good work. When you've finished, you might like to do those little circles just to massage that sacroiliac area once more. And back the other way. Maybe hugging the right knee in now. Take the left leg down towards the floor. You might like to slide it away and stamp it away so that you've got a nice opening stretch through the front of the left hip. And then change legs. Try not to create tension in your jaw. Well done. Let's take the legs to the floor now. Heel toe them out with the knees bent so you can feel the outside edge of your mat underneath your feet. The arms are coming back out again and we're anchoring down with our shoulders. And now you can go side to side with your legs with your breath. Exhaling as you soften and stretch. And inhaling back to center. Using this to loosen off and release any stress or tension. Notice the soles of your feet. Lovely stretch for the hips. Now allow your legs to settle on one side. You might like to extend and hook one leg over. It's up to you, but do stay anchored with the opposite shoulder. Gently releasing the extension if you've taken it, and bring the legs gently up to center and over to the other side and soften there. See how it feels and perhaps take an extension. Well done. Coming gently up onto a seated position. Do have a drink if you'd like to have one now. I like to sit on my block. So perhaps when you get to your seated position, close down your eyes and notice your seated posture. And use your inhalation to lift your body up out of its waist. And notice your shoulders go back and down in their pockets and lengthen through the crown of the head. And now open the eyes. Let's come into our spine twists. We could start with the arms in Cossack with the shoulders relaxed. Exhaling as you rotate from the waist. Stay anchored with your sitting bones. Making it even tougher if you wish, you might like to bring your fingertips to your shoulders. You can extend the arms wide if you wish, or you can work with your arms overhead. It's up to you. So good for posture, very good for a waistline. Last couple. And next time you come back from the left, you can release. So we're going to work with our corkscrew breath now. So this is to encourage our lung capacity to expand and also helps to relieve any stress and tension in the neck. And it's very good for stress levels too. So we'll only do 4 breaths today. If you don't like to do the actions, it's fine just to do the breaths. So make sure you're comfortable. Take a breath in, bring the arms right up. Bring your breath into your belly, your ribs, and your chest. Link the hands behind the head gently and exhale. Inhale, bring the shoulders right up like earrings. Exhale, take the shoulders back and away, all the way down in their pockets. Inhale, open up the chest, open up the elbows. And then exhale, release all the air as you bring the arms back down. And again, inhale. Exhale, try to change the link of the fingers if you can. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Obviously, your breath might be a different tempo, so you work with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So good for you. Inhale. And exhale. Well done. Last one. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And a breath in. And a breath out. And a breath in. And a breath out. And now you might like to bring your chin towards your chest and just gently open up through the back of the neck. Just let your breath to return to your normal lateral thoracic breath. And then gently coming back up and opening your eyes into mermaids. Lengthen up to the side and then stretch over. Change your legs if you're feeling uncomfortable. Last couple. Well done. Coming onto the sides of our body now, we're going to work with our side kicks. So remember, you can work with just the top leg if that's better for you. So we are predominantly working on our obliques, although of course we are working on our inner and outer thighs too. Do make sure you're comfortable when you lie here. So like I said, you can bend the bottom leg and just work with the top if you wish. So make sure you're nice and long. And you should have almost enough room underneath your waist for a ruler. So in other words, you're not rolling forwards or backwards. You need to just make sure you're perfect, probably looking down and just seeing your toe. Ideally, your hands alongside the body here, like a torpedo, or your fingertip can be here because we need to maintain this powerhouse, exactly the same posture that we had when we were seated and lying. So if the fingertip is here, the shoulder isn't here, it's back in its pocket. So I'm going to exhale, stretch away with my legs, point the toes until they lift up. Inhale, flex the feet or the foot and lower. All the while stretching my feet as if I'm stretching them out of my waist. Feeling this in my obliques here. This is where I'm feeling it. Good. Well done, keeping us nice and strong. Last one, this time staying up. Now you might like to bring your fingertip in front now, flex the top foot, sweep it forward, point the toe, take it back just past the midline to feel the strength in the buttock. So you can do this with the bottom leg on the floor or elevated and lengthening away. We've all done this before. Well done. So inner outer thigh working, glute working, oblique working. When you've done your 4, you can release the legs down. Let's stretch the top thigh and then we'll go into our second and third set in a moment. Well done. Okay, so going into the second set, if you want to make it tough, and I'm not suggesting that you want to, you might be absolutely fine where you were. You can come up here, just making it less stable. That's all I'm doing. So off I go. Exhale, point the toe. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point and lengthen. Inhale, flex and lower. Good. That's it, and well done. Point the toe, lengthen, flex and lower. So we're doing the first exercise. Excellent. Now we stay up, fingertip in front, sweep the top leg forward, point the toe and take it back. Feel the strength in the buttock. You don't have to stay up here. If it's uncomfortable, do come down. That's great. Forward, feeling that work in the oblique. Last one. And relax. Take a little break. Get ready for the third set. So for the third set, you might like to work with your arm here. We've done this before. Having the arm there is very nice for the shoulder because, of course, the weight of the arm is sinking down into the shoulder socket. And it's kind of weightless there. You can find a point where it sort of just is. It's very nice for your shoulder. So you might like to work with it there. Exhale, stretch and lengthen, point the toes. Inhale, flex and lower. Excellent. Point the toes. Exhale, stretch, flex and lower. Just 2 more. Point and lengthen. Good. Last time. This time staying up. Flex the top foot. Sweep it forward. That's not going to happen. Point the toe. Take it back. It did earlier when I practiced, not now. Well done. Very good. Keeping that powerhouse the same. Last time. Well done. Oh, give it a rub. Okay, let's have those lovely chest openers now. So I thought we'd just do 4 today with 1 slow chalk circle in each direction. So make sure you're comfortable. Inhale to the ceiling, look at your fingertips, and then exhale as you open. Inhale to the ceiling and exhale to close. So good for your posture. When you've done your 4, just 1 slow, mindful chalk circle in each direction. And then when you're ready, gently push yourself up to seated. Just do gentle spine stretch forward before moving on to the other side. So remember, when we do our spine stretch forward, this is better for me teaching from the side so that you can see my spine. So you've noticed that I'm starting this sitting up nice and tall. And I'm achieving that especially well by pushing down with the back of my knees. So if you're working with straight legs, the more you push down and flex your feet back or point your toes, so the more you push down here, the more you find it's easier to be here. It's really nice. However, if you're feeling very tight in the back of your legs, you could choose to sit on something, or you can bend your legs and work that way. That's fine. Okay, so don't be starting here. That's not a very nice place to start. You must finish your movement and start your movement from here. Let's go. So remember, over a ball, so the movement, the C curve starts from the upper back here, not from the lower back there. So off we go. It should feel very comfortable. Well done. Everything all right, John? Good. Palms facing, please, Sharon. That's nice. Great. That's it. Very nice, Peter. That's it. Excellent. Good. And when you've finished your 8, you can carefully lie on the other side of your body. We have to do our side kicks on this side. Remember, if you have worked with the one leg on the other side, you must do the same on this side. Okay, be careful as you make your movements and make sure you're comfortable. So remember, we started off making sure our postures were perfect. Exhale, point the toes, lengthen until they lift. Inhale, flex and lower. Exhale, point and stretch. Inhale, flex and lower. Exhale, point, stretch. Inhale, flex and lower. Well done. So on the fourth one, stay up. Fingertips in front. Flex the top foot. Sweep it forward. Leave the powerhouse the same. Point the toe. Take the leg just past the midline. Feel the glute working. And forward. Of course, the bottom leg can be on the floor. It's no problem. Whatever's best. But if you have got the bottom leg off, you're lifting and lengthening it the whole time. Last time. Much tougher than it looks, isn't it? Great work. Gently releasing and stretching that top front thigh. Great. Now, remember we challenged ourselves with the second one, if you want to. Some of us came up onto our elbows, making ourselves more wobbly. Ooh. You can work with just the one leg again, but if you worked with both legs on the other side, then you probably should this side. Okay, so here we are. Exhale, point and stretch. Inhale, flex and lower. Exhale, point and stretch. Inhale, flex and lower. So I'm much wobblier this side. This time I'm going to stay up, flex the top foot, sweep it forward, point the toe, take it back. Feel that top glute work. And again, flex it forward, take it back. Great work. Last two, keep lengthening and lifting with that bottom leg if it is up, please. That's it. Good work, Carolyn. Keep stretching away. Well done. And release. Good. Just one more round. Now this round, some of us raised our arm up and let it sink down in that lovely, relaxed position. Okay, last round. Point the toes or the toe, lengthen and stretch. Squeeze the thighs. Flex and lower. Point, stretch, lift. And then lower. Two more. Should be really feeling this work here. Keeping us very strong and stable. This time we're staying up. Perhaps bringing a fingertip in front. Unless you can keep the arm up successfully. Wow. No, it's not easy, is it? You can practice it in the 2 weeks I'm off. Well done. Great. Bring the knees up and then come into your lovely chest openers on this side. So we're just working with 4 of these today and then one slow, mindful chalk circle with the top arm. And then in a moment, we're going to start thinking about opening our chests and working on some back strength. So when you've finished, there's no rush. Very carefully come to lying prone on your tummy. We're going to come into our swans next. So sometimes you might find it more comfortable to lie on your tummy if you place a folded towel or something similar underneath your pelvis, just to help you feel more comfortable. If it's not for you lying on your tummy, then you can do the swans on your knees. Okay, so we're only going to be doing 8 and then we're going to come onto our hands and knees, okay? So we're not doing 3 rounds of this particular exercise. So we've all done this before in this class. Hands and elbows stay in line. Remember, the wider your legs are, the kinder this is on your back. So you work wherever you want to with your legs. So let's make sure our pelvis is nice and level on the mats at first. Be nice and long in your spine. Make sure your shoulders are already back in their pockets. Take a breath in and lengthen your body forwards first, and then exhale, slide your shoulders down your back. Your chest is lifting now, and your shoulders are going back into imaginary pockets in your jeans. And then inhale, come back down to the floor, but lengthen forwards as you come back down. So it shouldn't feel anything like a press up. We're working on thoracic mobility. So think of it more as a chest opener than a back bend. Think of it as a chest opener. You can leave the elbows on the floor if that's better for you. So lovely for your posture and very good for releasing toxins from your kidneys. And when you've finished your 8, you can gently push yourself up onto your hands and knees. Remember, if it's not good for you being on your knees, just pop something soft underneath them or make an extra fold in your mat. You can do exactly the same thing with your wrists. You could come onto your fists, or you can make that extra fold if it's better for you. If you have got your hands flat, have an opportunity to stretch out those fingers as well. Now inhale, chest up, tailbone up if it's comfortable, again with a long spine. And exhale, tuck everything under. So flexion and extension of your spine, massaging all those digestive organs, releasing the neck. Well done. So coming onto all fours now, I want you to be aware of that powerhouse. I'd like you to imagine you've got a glass of champagne on your lower back and in between your shoulder blades too. Okay, so keeping that there, this is not as easy as it looks. Take your right hand off and tap your left shoulder and then pop it back on the floor. And then the other. Remember, those glasses are full up to the top. Good work. This is core stability. Well done. Great. Now, if you'd like to, you could take your left leg back on the floor, tuck your left toe under. Lovely stretch here for a moment for the sole of the foot and the calf. Now, just thinking about the right hand and the left shoulder, but again, you've still got your glasses there, full up. The right hand taps the left shoulder. Exactly the same. Notice how you have to draw your belly button back towards your spine, just slightly to be centered and controlled. Great. And change sides. So you're working on core stability and back strength. Let's have a nice stretch first in this get set position. It is nice to have the head so that you're looking in your mat as though the mat is a mirror. Now off we go on this side. Move with flow with your breath. We're not doing this 3 times either. That was just the other part of the class. Well done. Bring the knees to the floor now. You might like to take your hands a little bit more forward, and then you can have a lovely big stretch. So you don't have to take your tailbone right back towards your heels. If it's uncomfortable on your knees, you can take yourself more forward first and then stretch back. It is always just whatever's best for you. So we're just going to come back up onto all fours. Take the right hand gently in front of the left. So both hands are now on the floor. And then again, just stretch back until you feel a lovely lengthening through the side of your body. Back to center and then change sides. Well done. So coming to a seated position, not coming to standing at all today. You might like to join me with a very slow roll down to the floor, articulating through the spine, or you may prefer to just come to lying down on your back again. And then lying with the arms down by the sides. Bending the legs, bring the soles of the feet to the floor, perhaps about hip distance. And we're just going to come up and down into our bridge just a couple of times, and then perhaps staying at the top of the bridge to take 8 breaths. So exhale as you come up into your bridge. Your pelvis is nice and level at the top. Your feet are flat on the floor. Inhale at the top, and then exhale as you articulate back down through the spine. If you feel a bit tight, you can try taking your feet and your knees wider. So move on your exhalation, please. Be aware of your neck position here. You can, of course, join in with the arms. As you come up, your arms can sweep all the way up. And this time we're staying up in our bridge. You can leave the arms behind. You can bring the arms onto the chest, or you can choose to have your arms on the floor. Just staying here for your 8 breaths. Noticing strength in the buttocks, the hamstrings, the calf muscles. And you're having a lovely stretch in your neck, and you're opening your chest. You prefer to move through your bridge, then please do. This is your last posture. When you've finished, carefully articulate back down through the spine, and then take a hold of the back of the right leg and gently stretch the hamstring. So you might come up with your upper body. We can relax all the control now and let our bellies soften. And then change legs. Of course, if you've got a band, you could pop the band on your foot. And now it's time to take your relaxation today. So finding a nice comfortable spot on your mat. It's a good idea to get a pillow. We do need to balance our bodies now. You release quite a lot of energy with your Pilates and yoga. It's important to allow yourself this time. So perhaps closing your eyes and relaxing your eyelids. Your eyes could sink heavy in their sockets. Smooth the forehead with your breath and release all the little muscles around your eyes. Release through the crown of the head, the sides of the head and the ears, the back of the head and the neck. Allow the cheeks to soften, the nose to relax, the lips, the tongue, the throat and the jaw. The whole weight of the head now supported. You can let your shoulders go. Release through the arms to the elbows, the forearms and the wrists, the hands, the fingers and the thumbs. Releasing the upper back, the middle back, the lower back and the buttocks. Down through the thighs to the knees, the lower legs to the ankles, the feet, the toes and the big toes. Relax the pelvis and soften the belly. Release and open the ribs and all the little muscles and ligaments around the ribs. The chest is soft. The breath now barely there and the lungs deflated. And the heart slow. Your whole body is relaxed. Your whole body is released. Let everything go. Giving your whole body 1 minute of peace and calm. Starting to deepen your breath and bring some movement back to your body. I'm going to stop the recording now